All right, guys, we are at Mottling. Now, I've got a little bit of a dilemma, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Typically, I use this color and this color for the mottling because it stands out. I like the way it looks. I'm thinking, because I'm using, if I use what I'm supposed to use, which is the lighter colors, it's going to be light complected, and I really don't want him to be really light complected. So I think I am going to go with the darker colors just because I like the darker look. So I have my maroon one, I have my blue one. This is the red, like if I go lighter red, I'm not going to. Here's the purple one. And we've got green, the green color, and we've got yellow. This is the mottling sponges that I'm going to use. I have lighter colored ones over here that I used before. These are the lighter colors. The light ones. And I don't want to use those. I don't, like this has smaller holes. I like the smaller holes. These ones are bigger holes. See that? But this is a lighter purple. This isn't this color purple. This is a lighter purple. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to make a new sponge. This one has, see, these are bigger holes. And I want smaller holes. So I might just use these ones. I might use these ones instead of these ones. I don't know, we're going to have to play with it and see. So, first one is blue. Put these away. I don't know if I'll use these for the smaller holes. I want smaller holes. So, let's see. This one's smaller. This is different. I don't know how people see these holes are smaller. I like those holes. So I'm probably going to have to make a blue. We'll put these in here. These are my sponges. I keep them in this. Okay. Sponge. Let me get one out. It's buried over here. Nope, not that one. It's this one. Nope, those are the other ones. Okay. These are the mottling sponges I use, and I think I got them at Walmart. And we are going to try to do a smaller holes than these ones. So we need our tweezers and the pokey side down. And try not to get too close to another one. And you're going to go down and pinch. Go down and pinch. Go down and pinch it out. See, that has smaller holes. Smaller holes. So, we'll move that. And we shall see what it looks like. I mean, it's a bigger baby. I probably should use the bigger ones. I don't know, it's just preference. So we're going to mix our blue, and it's the same as everything. Usually everything is half a tablespoon of distilled water, a pinch of emulsion, just 1 drop. I use 1 drop. It's sufficient. And then 1 brush of the blue paint. This is the brush. 1 brush is both sides of the brush. And we will work it in. Now, see how dark that is? See how dark that is? Look at how light that is. And it's because the emulsion changes the color of it. Now, mottling, until you're used to doing it, some people don't like it at all. I love it. This is very, very watery. See this? I do not like it that way. But for starting out, you just do 2 layers of it or 3 layers of it. I am going to add a little bit more paint because I want it to stand out more. And you just do a little. Like I just used a half a brush, added more to it. I probably should have used less water. But like I said, when you use blue or red, it will stain the vinyl. So you want to be careful what you're doing. Now this, see, that's a little thicker than it was. You see that? So I might be okay with that. We're going to test it out. I've been using these sponges since I first started. These sponges are old. They're 4 or 5 years old. And they still work. So what you're going to do is you're going to just paint it on here. You probably should have a, I can feel the splatters. Okay, let's see what it's going to look like. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. And like I said, this stains the vinyl. So when you put this on, you kind of see how it pools. You don't want that. You do want the look, but you don't want the pool. So you'll go back through and kind of pounce these. You pounce out your sponge and just kind of dab, because you still want the holes that it looks. So sometimes it's easier to get a brush and just pounce it so it soaks up. The sponge sometimes doesn't soak it up enough. It needs to soak it up. You don't want any of that pooling. None. None. I probably should have done a little spot at a time because this is going to stain quick. Crap. Okay. Let me try to get it fast. And I will show you what it looks like. We're not rubbing, we're just patting. Patting the wetness off, because we don't want it to look like pooling. show you. Here we go. See? Love that look. It is taking shape. So I do like this sponge. So now I'll put some more on here. Put some more on. If you don't want a lot, you, see there's a sponge, and you just dab it down and it'll soak some of that up because I still want some on the cheeks, chin. I didn't do like the face. And some people do the face and some people don't. It's up to you. It's your doll on how you want it to look. And you just dab all of the, and I'm using the darker blue than I used for the veining. I used a darker blue because I like the way that that looks. And when you add the red and everything, it adds more to it. See? And I like the definition of the, when you see the, their circles. And I saw one lady, she posted on Instagram, oh my heck, what a gorgeous doll. She was showing but she uses heat set paints. So with heat set, you don't have to worry about pooling and stuff like that because it doesn't do that. So, all right, so there's the head. We are pleased of how it's looking. Well, I'm pleased anyways. Okay, when you add the red, it really looks good when you start to add the red. So that is what you do. You just go through and add your paint to your little holes. See? You can scoop it down. This one is not coming out. That's good. I didn't put a lot of paint on, so I'll probably redo it. But as you go through, you can see, I want you to see the holes, so let me dab this off. Because you can't see the definition. Let me add more paint. I didn't add enough paint. So let me add a bunch of paint so it shows up. Okay. That was probably too much paint. You can see the holes. See the holes? And then I'm just going to go back and just dab the paint. Some people use a brush and just dab it out. This one looks really good. See that one? See the holes? See them? I like it. Get the excess paint off. Excess paint off. I don't know if you can tell a little bit. Lighting kind of sucks. I apologize. It looks good. can tell a little bit too much on here. I left that on a little too long. But it'll get hid with the red and the purples. Okay, let's do this one. Let's see if we can do it right this time. So you're going to do this exact same thing with each of those colors. But when you do the red, you're going to also go back through your creases. You're going to add some to the lips, inside the nose. Okay, here's that, right? I'm going to dab it down so it takes some of the paint off. And you want to go like this, like this, like this. So it looks like a different... And as you use your sponge through painting, it, like, this one is really soft. And this one is soft, but not as soft. And it'll get easier to use. First time using it kind of sucks, but just gotta soak it up. Soak it up. And you don't want it to be, you just want, it's underneath. You know what I mean? We're doing everything underneath the skin. Underneath the skin. I didn't like that one as well. You can see the blue all the way around. You can see the blue. But I wanted more of a definition of blue. So you'll tend to know what you like and what you don't like, and you'll try to achieve that. And this isn't doing what I want it to. So, I guess we will live with it. The red will come out better because I'm not using a new sponge with that one. I'm going to use one of these ones that I have. Okay, we did the hands. Let's do the legs. And then we're doing the yellow. You do the same thing with yellow. Mix it up. Add it in there. It's just going to have a yellow tint to it. Not bad. You'll just be able to see a yellow tint. It's fine. I don't know why this one is like, not real happy with this, but I'm sure it'll be okay. It's like, it's pooling more than it should is what the problem is, and that's why I think it needs more, it's got more water in it than it does paint, and I think that's the problem that I'm having. That's why I'm not happy. But that's okay. It is fine. I'll deal with it. You just got to make sure you get all the water pool. Do the top of the foot a little bit. See, it's just going to look to you on camera, it's just going to look like the leg is blue. And it's just got blue, like, highlights to it. It's not what I wanted it to be, and I don't know why. The sponge is holding more of the water than the paint, and I'm not a happy camper about that. So maybe I need to add a little more paint. I don't want to add too much, but we'll add a little more. And you'll play with it. dab it down. This one you can see more of the holes. See that? That's what I want it to look like. And then you go back and you wipe off the pooled water. You know, the big puddles. The puddles. You want to clean up the puddles. And like I said, you do not want to leave this on too long. It will stain the vinyl. I mean, that's what you want it to do, but you want it to look like what you want it to look like, not what... Oh, I didn't do that. Crap. Okay. I'll show you what I did as a boo-boo. And I think I can fix it. I hope I can fix it. I thought I took it all off, but... Alright. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. And I think I can fix it. Now, I don't know if you can tell where the hole... Yeah, see, you can see where it was. But let me show you what happened. I'm going to show you close up. First, let me cover everything so I don't get it all everywhere. On this foot, look at that. You know what I did wrong? I didn't wipe it off. So, keep a clean brush, get some water, and we are going to fill that up with water. Brush it around. I mean, I wanted that blue in there, but not like that. We're going to see if we can clean it up with some more water and brush it. And we're going to take the blue and we're going to sponge it off. It's still stuck on there. So, keep doing that. Can't believe I did that. I mean, I want the blue on there, but I don't want that much of it on there. So we're going to keep trying to get most of it off just by more water. Just by using the bristles and just kind of going around and dipping it so it's inside the crevices. Get rid of the excess. There we go. That's better. Kind of. See, and blue stains vinyl, so I am not going to strip this baby because I made a stupid mistake. I need my toothpick. I don't think... There it is. Because there's still some, like, pulled in the cracks, and I don't want it that deep. Get that off. You can kind of scrape it. Okay. See, it's all better. But the blue is still there. So, we fixed it. You can fix stuff. So, there's that leg. Did we do this one? I don't think so. Yeah, we did. It's hard to... Yes, we did. Okay, so blue is done. You can go back over it again if you want. I'm not gonna because it's gonna look fine once the other colors are on there. You're just gonna see blue underneath the skin. It'll be fine. Okay, so we're done with this blue. We're gonna need yellow. So we're gonna do actually this yellow. I'll probably use the yellow that I already used. Let's see what it looks like. that's fine. And I think there's enough here to do. It's a little bit thicker, like I like it anyway. If you do it and you don't like it, you can always add more water, but I don't think I'm going to have to add more water to it. So let's move our sponges. Did the blue. We want the yellow one. And this one has kind of a bigger holes on it, which is fine. I'm just going to put it on. And I just kind of spot the yellow. I don't like go overboard with it because it's just, like I said, it goes underneath. So it's just going to look, see, I only did little spots, and you just go back over. I don't know where these little tiny hairs are coming from. And just spot. It's just like the high points of the nose. You're going to know that there's yellow there, but there's not a lot. You know what I mean? It's gonna make things blend in. Let's make sure I get it all. So yellow and the green, I just kind of, okay, kind of like, all right, I'll put it on, but it really doesn't look like it makes much of a difference, but in person, it kind of blends everything. It kind of blends. So you can kind of see it on the cheek, on the head. It's not too bad. Yellow's pretty quick. And after the yellow is the red, and that's what you're going to take a lot of time with. So I will be back after I'm done with the yellow and start of the red so you can see what it's going to look like. Alrighty, okay, I'll be back. So here's the red. You can still it's wet. But here's the red. And he's starting to look way cute. You just kind of dry it as much as you can. Keep damping your sponge. And it will look way good when the flesh goes on. It'll diminish it. So there's the head. There's the head. So you can see the mottling. The red always makes it look better. I'm glad I decided to go with that color red because it's not going to be light complected. It's going to be what I wanted. So we are going to continue doing this. And like I said, your maroon, if you want to do creases again, I don't think I'm going to. I think it's sufficient. I will go through the lips again, though, because I want his lips to show up. I don't want him to be girly, you know, but I want him to show up. So here's the arm, and you just go back through and pick up the wet. Just pick it up. And like I said, you could do this with a brush or another sponge to soak it up, because you're not wiping, you're dabbing. So your marks should still be there. They're not as defined as I want them to be, but that's okay. You can still see them. They're just not really defined. They are, but they're not, you know, which is good because this is more newborn size than preemie. So you see, you can see them. So not bad. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of these limbs, the mouth, and then we've got the green layer and the purple layer. I don't know if I'm going to do the green layer, but we'll see. And I will be back. Okay, here's the purple. That looks, I like this sponge. I don't know if I can recreate it or not, but I really like how it's come about. See, and then you see the ring here, and you look up above. It's not really, it's distinguishing, but it's not like huge dark. So this baby has a very beautiful complexion. And when I do the flesh layer, which is what I'm going to do next after this purple, I did not put the green on. I'm not going to do the green. But purple, as soon as you do all the purple mottling, you're going to go back with this purple with a littler brush. And for closed eyes, you're going to do the eyelids right here. You're going to do the eyelids. And it will add more depth, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's going to add more to it. But this looks really well in person now. It looks really good. So I'm going to finish doing that. Okay, we did that, so I can show you now. Let's take some of this purple. We're going to do the eyelid. And I usually do a couple of layers because it's just going to make it look, you know, it's going to add more definition, I guess. And take a little sponge and dab it off. Dab it off. And I probably do this 2 or 3 times. And it's going to look really good when you put the capillaries on. I just started doing that because I finally figured out how. So, but there you go. You're going to see purple. And I'll be back. Okay, we are done with the purple. And we got the eyelids. You can see in person, it looks like they're like see-through, not translucent. They look like they're translucent looking. Not too much and not too little. They look really good. And the rest of the arms and everything is more purpley colored. You can tell the difference between here and here. So it looks good. So the next step is flesh. And I'm not going to video that. I'm just going to show you. I've got this bamboo color, this shade, and I have this flesh color, this shade. It's like a tan. And I'm probably going to use the lighter one. I don't want him to be too dark. So I'll probably use this one, and you mix it the same as you would the other ones. This is equivalent to the Flesh 08 on Heat Set Paints. It's the same kind of color. So I'm going to mix it up in here, same as you would the other ones. You know, your water. And what you're going to do with this one is you're going to take a sponge. And you're going to take and rip it off like that. So there's texture here. So there's texture in the flesh. Okay. So that's next. I'm going to let it dry overnight. And then the next step is blushing. We're almost done. There's the blushing and another flesh layer. And do the nail tips and all of that, all your extra little stuff. And then you're going to varnish it, seal it, whatever you want to call it. You're going to do that and it's done. So we've got 3 more steps and we're done. So you can put your baby together the way you want, or you can root hair or whatever you want to do. So it's almost done. So I will be back hopefully tomorrow and do the flesh layer. I'm going to go upstairs. It's time to do dinner. And so I'll do flesh tomorrow. and the blushing tomorrow, and then the other layer of flesh. Or I could just do the blushing and just put one layer of flesh on, because when you seal it, when I varnish it, I put this color in it, so it gets 2 layers of flesh. So yeah, we're almost done. A couple more and we're finished. So I hope you enjoyed, and we will see y'all again soon. Bye now.